order, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and the invocation following. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear God, please bless our elected officials, grant them the wisdom to know and the courage to do what is right for all citizens. Amen.
Amen. Roll call, please.
Allen? Here. LaFour?
Here.
Mr. Ravitch?
Here.
Ricks?
Here.
Schultz?
Here.
Warren?
Here.
Yelenich?
Here.
Good to see everybody here tonight. Approval of minutes for the regular city council meeting of January 19th. Motion be in order.
Motion. Support.
Motion been made and supported. Is there any discussion? Being not, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. We also have the city council quarterly meeting minutes, also from the same date. Is there a motion for those minutes?
Motion. Support.
Motion been made and supported. Any discussion on the motion? Being not, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. We now move on to audience comments on any non-agenda items. If you'd like to address the city council, we ask that you come to the podium, state your name and address to the clerk, and we'd like you to hold it to 3 minutes. We have a long meeting tonight. Anybody like to address the council at this time? Okay. When we get to items for consideration, when it comes to you, council will speak first, and then we will go to the public and open it up to the public. Then back to council, and that's the order that we have here. We need a motion to adopt the agenda. Mr. City Manager, any changes?
Yes, I would propose that council consider moving item 12, the special event request for commercial house, up to number 5, and then take 5 and all the remaining items and just move them down 1.
Okay. City Council, any changes? Additions? A motion to accept the amended agenda as presented would be in order?
Motion.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Any discussion? Being not, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. We move on to the public hearing, which we have tonight for the use of the 2026-27 CDBG funds. Mr. City Manager?
Consent agenda.
I'm sorry, consent agenda?
Did I just not, did I skip right? Yes, I did. I got too many markings here. I'm sorry. We'll back up. Is there a motion for the consent agenda?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Support.
Motion moved and supported. There is no discussion according to our rules. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Now we move on to public hearing on the use of the CDBG funds. Mr. City Manager?
Yes. Actually, do we want to?
Could you give us an explanation
Sure,
before we
yep.
open?
Council is scheduled to have a public hearing regarding the distribution of our 26-27 Community Development Block Grant allocation. The CDBG allocation is derived by a method from the Housing and Urban Development Department that takes into consideration factors such as population, poverty, and overcrowding. The allocation method for CDBG funds has remained the same as last year. Bricks and mortar projects, the county will be considered a competitive method where all municipalities apply for projects from a larger pool of money. And then the public service portion of the CDBG program has stayed the same as in previous years. All nonprofit organizations seeking CDBG funds, public service funds, are required to submit their funding request to the county for review and project eligibility. The city's CDBG public service allocation for 26-27 is estimated to be $4,930, which may be used for public service projects. Of those funds, 3 organizations, Interfaith Volunteer Caregivers, Macomb County Rotating Emergency Shelter Team, or MCREST, and then Turning Point have been approved to apply for funds from the city of Richmond, along with, we normally, whatever is left, submit towards our senior programmer position. And the bricks and mortar project that the city would like to apply for would continue to make the city more accessible We are recommending submitting for $107,887 of the competitive funding in order to make ADA ramp improvements on Forest Street at Water, Monroe, and Park intersections, as well as Park Street at the intersections of Grove, Walnut, and Parker Streets.
Thank you, sir. Is there a motion to open the public hearing on this item?
I'll make a motion to open the public hearing for use of fiscal year 2026, 2027 CDBG funds at 7:06.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. At this point, are you all set?
Yep.
We'll go over to our CDBG director, if I'm allowed. Is there anything else you'd like to add to this at this time?
No, it's just due to county amounts and overfunding at times, we are not getting a request from Care House this year.
Okay, okay, very good, thank you. Is there anybody that would like to address council on this? Certainly, please come up to the podium.
Thank you and good evening. I am Barbara, a Client Services Coordinator with Interfaith Volunteer Caregivers. And as you probably are aware, the number of older adults in Macomb County are rapidly increasing. And the need for support services due to frailties, chronic health conditions, and disabilities is growing dramatically and will continue to do so in the future. For over 33 years, our organization has been providing free basic assistance to hundreds of older and physically challenged adults, helping them remain safely in their home with the help of hundreds of our volunteers. This assistance helps older and disabled adults with services such as transportation, chores, respite breaks, errands, and loneliness. These opportunities provide fulfilling experiences for those who volunteer as well as give support for those in need. The CDBG Safe at Home project of IVC is part of our larger chore and repair program. This project was developed to provide additional chore and repair services in communities that allocate funding for this purpose. Safe at Home allows us to assist low to moderate income seniors and physically challenged adults with indoor and outdoor chores, minor home repairs, and routine housekeeping. We identify individuals who cannot do these tasks on their own and have limited resources, prioritizing those with greatest needs. Examples of potential help through this project are minor plumbing repairs, replacing locks, washing windows, raking leaves, housekeeping, smoke alarms, and more. IVC provides almost 20,000 hours of help to nearly 500 people each year, and the Safe at Home program serviced 252 clients, providing 2,078 hours dedicated to chores, repairs, and home maintenance. We have the amazing opportunity to provide hope, kindness, and genuine care to those we service, and IVC thanks you, City of Richmond City Council, for your role in making this program possible. If anybody here is interested in volunteering or know someone that may need assistance, you can visit our website at ivcinfo.org or call the office directly at 757-5551. Thank you for your time. Any questions?
Any questions, council? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming out. Is there anybody else like to speak to this at this time? If not, a motion to close the public hearing will be in order.
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing for the fiscal year 2026, 2027 CDBG funds at 7:10.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Any discussion? Being not, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Public hearing is over. We move on to items for consideration, the 2026-27 CDBG funding allocation. Mr. City Manager?
Now that council has held the public hearing, you're scheduled to review and approve the 26-27 CDBG funding allocations. In keeping with past practice, there's two motions for the public service funding, and then a third motion for the brick and mortar project. If council wishes to fully fund the three organizations, Interfaith, McCrest, and Turning Point, you would utilize motion number 2. So 2 and 3 would be past practice of what council has done.
Thank you. Troy, anything to add to that?
Nope, the amount, because of, Care House not being included, would end up, having a little more than normal for the senior services coordinator.
Okay, very good. Okay, do we have a motion, city council?
Let's see here.
I'll make a motion to allocate $4,930 of the fiscal year 2026-2027 CDBG funding to the following public service programs. Interfaith Volunteer Caregivers in the amount of $270, McCrest in the amount of $990, Turning Point in the amount of $1,000, and Senior Services Coordinator in the amount of $2,690.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Is there discussion on this item?
I believe this is the most common, what we've done in the past. Give to organizations that benefit the city.
And we're also limited by how much we can give them. Those are maximum numbers that were given by the county.
Yes, and, don't give either a portion or more. What they're asking for is so that they can service throughout the entire county, within reason, so.
It helps them
Macomb
track
County-
their federal funds
Yeah.
and allocate it. Otherwise, when everyone moves, then they may misapply.
And I know McRest, the Trinity Lutheran Church was hosting on behalf of the churches in Richmond that participated. They no longer are doing it. They have a new building, or they've added onto a building or something in the Mount Clemens area, Clinton Township area.
I believe so, yes.
That's taking place of going to churches throughout the summer months. Anything else on this? Anything from the audience on this? Back to the table. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Is there a second motion?
I'll make a motion to apply for $107,887.50 of the fiscal 2026-27 CDBG competitive funding for the proposal ADA ramp project on Forest Street at the intersection of Water, Monroe, and Park Street, as well as Park Street at the intersection of Grove, Walnut, and Parker Street.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Discussion on this item? John or Troy, either one of you? Good?
Or Jim.
Or Jim? Jim handling this one? This is all your ramps here? This is for Water, Monroe, and Park Streets, as well as Park Street at the intersections. Okay.
Yep.
If nothing else, audience comments on any of this item? Back to the table. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Item number 2 is consideration of special event requests, Veterans of Semco, Walk for Warriors. Mr. City Manager?
Council is scheduled to consider a special event request from Veterans of Semco for a 30-mile walkathon to raise funds for Operation Injured Soldiers Mental Health on Saturday, May 2nd from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Trailhead Park and Macomb Orchard Trail with an alternate date of May 9th, 2026. If approved, this would be the second year the event is held at the Trailhead Park. Last year, there was roughly 80 participants at the event. Eric Barden, who is here tonight, is the applicant on behalf of the Veterans of Semco, which is the nonprofit organizing the walk. This is part of a larger event with 3 other locations being held throughout the state. At the Trailhead Park Pavilion, they would like to have a couple tables for registration and for information about the organization. They have a 3x10 banner they would like to string between the legs of the pavilion, and they'd also like to place 6 to 8 flags near the pavilion representing the branches of the military. And Eric is here tonight to answer any questions.
Yep.
Eric, could you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, my name is Eric Barden. I am an employee of Semco Energy, and I am not a veteran, but I help organize the event. I've participated the last 2 years in it, and we are also holding one in Washington, D.C. this year, too. Last year, we did statewide reach our goal of $50,000 over the course of the year, and Operation Injured Soldiers provides mental health and recreation opportunities for traumatized veterans, whether physically or emotionally. They have a property and lodge in Pellston where they do hunting and retreats. They provide webinars with registered therapists, and I've listened to some of those, and they're very, very helpful. And they do a lot of good activities. So we had a great time last year. We'd like to get up around 100 people or more if we can. It's not everybody walking 30 miles. Some do, but some will bring their families out and just go a mile or so. It's more about gathering people together and the fundraising. We set up a mile marker and we start at the trailhead and we go to about 31 Mile Road, a little bit short of that, and turn around and come back for the full 15 miles. There'll be 3 or 4 portable toilets set up along the route and some aid stations with water and snacks. And that's about the extent of it. And we had a really wonderful day last year. Mother Nature cooperated. We moved it a month earlier. We did it on Father's Day weekend, and the school was already out. And we're always trying to balance the weather and when we think we'll get the most participation. So hopefully that early May will maybe we drum up some more people.
Very good. Very good.
I'm sorry I don't have a flyer. We should be getting it this week. I got on this early this year to make sure we were good, but I could, if I get one, I could email it to you so you could share it.
Very good. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the special event application from Veterans of Semco Operation Injured Soldier for a 30-mile walkathon and allow organizers to utilize the Trailhead Park and Macomb Orchard Trail from 6 a.m. until 6 p.m. on Saturday, May 2nd, 2026, with Saturday, May 9th being the alternate rain day.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Any further discussion or any questions of Eric? Well, we got him here. Pretty much covered it all very well. Is there any audience comments on this? Bring it back to the table. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Good luck.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Thank you. Item number 3, consideration of special event request, Hometown Heroes Block Party. Mr. City Manager?
City Council is scheduled to consider a special event request from the Richmond Hometown Heroes to hold a Hometown Hoedown Block Party on the city's portion of the North Forest parking lot, June 20th from 5 to 10 p.m. The Richmond Hometown Heroes would like to use the parking lot, the grass lot where the house was taken down, and a portion of Monroe Street from Forest to the PNC Bank driveway. This is similar to the footprint of the Commercial Houses Gears and Beers event. The event organizers indicated the event is open to the public from 5 to 10, but would like to close the parking lot, grass lot, and the portion of Forest Street from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. for setup and tear down. They're also requesting, some of the events they're having are DJ, line dancing, cornhole, 50-50 raffles. They're also looking for 2 mobile food vendors. The first would be kind of a traditional mobile food vendor, which is the taco truck from Main Stop Party Store. And then the other is more of like a cart. Crumble Cookies in Chesterfield said they'd bring out their cookie cart and then donate back to the organization. any of the cookie sales. So that's less of a traditional food truck and more just kind of a stand. And then the Hometown Heroes is a nonprofit that raises funds for giving back to the community, like through Shop with a Hero and some food giveaways at the holidays. And one of the members, Steve Aiken, is here tonight to elaborate on the event and the organization.
So, my name's Steve Aiken. I'm a member of the fire department here in town, Richmond, as well as a member at Hometown Heroes, which is made up of our fire department here in town, the police department, as well as Richmond Lennox EMS members. And as John stated, we look to raise funds so that most of it is geared towards the end of the year. We provided meals this year for Thanksgiving. We had a giving tree, and we're able to donate presents to families in need, as well as the traditional Shop with a Hero we did down at Meyer this year. So this would be just one of our fundraisers that we're looking to generate some funds. As mentioned, we are looking to get approval to have a food truck there, although it is a local main stop, their taco truck, and then the cookie crumble, which we didn't think was much of a conflict, as they're just cookies, not necessarily taken away from the local businesses. As stated, we want to have the event from about 5 to 10, but we need to be there a little early to set up, and then obviously some time to take down anything afterwards. We will have a DJ there. We've actually optimistically reached out to Starcraft Brewery and Commercial House to see if we could get their involvement. They're interested. Obviously, it was pending approval, so that's kind of where we're at right now.
Any questions, council?
And I did forget to mention, as I was going through the background brief, as this is in our social district, similar to like the Bibs and Brews and the golf cart event, they'll be utilizing the 3 licensed vendors within the district to provide alcohol. People can just go to the businesses and get it.
Very good. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the special event request from the Richmond Hometown Heroes to hold the Hometown Hoedown Block Party in the city's portion of North Forest parking lot on Saturday, June 20th, with the use of the parking lot and portion of Monroe Street between Forest and the Bank driveway from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Any discussion on this item?
No, that's the grass area. That's why we tore the house down, and so we can have events like this and
Absolutely.
with the social district.
Absolutely. Mr. City Manager, when is the concert in June?
I believe it's the weekend before. We looked, I think the first weekend is the
Oh, yeah, it's on the calendar.
Blue Devil tournament. The
Yeah.
second weekend is the concert in the concert in the social district on the Friday.
Yeah.
And then the last weekend is the Heritage Festival. So it's kind of, this weekend was kind of, had Saturday open. I do know that Sunday's Father's Day, but Saturday was kind of the open weekend. And that way, in town, there will be a community event each weekend in June.
Yeah, very good, very good. Any comments, questions, council? Anything from the public? Back to the table? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. We have a second request here for the mobile food vendors. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the special event request from Richmond Hometown Heroes for 2 mobile food vendors, Main Street Taco and Crumble Cookies, for the Hometown Hoedown Block Party on Saturday, June 20th, from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Support.
Motion's been made and supported. Discussion? So you're running from 2 to 11.
Well, so the actual event is from 5 to 10.
Okay,
From 2 to 5, we'll set up, and from 10 to 11, we'll clean up.
okay, I've got you. So not till 5 then,
Correct.
for the public's. I put it on our calendar, so when we get to June, we can announce it.
No problem.
Okay, 5 to 10. Okay. Anything else, council? Anything from the public on this? Any comments? Back to the table? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Good luck. I hope we have good weather.
Thanks, hope to see you all there.
Thank you. Okay. Item number 4 is consideration of special requests from Rags on the signage.
Council is scheduled to consider a signage request for additional signs in Bailey Park and nearby area at the At the council's January roundtable meeting, council received a presentation from Rags members, Rich Weinert and Luke Mirasola, and council provided direction at that meeting regarding their request to both administration and Rags. I have provided kind of the outline below. I did do a motion to approve the Rags signage proposal for additional signs at Bailey Park and direct administration to work with Rags with the conditions listed below based on the outcome of the quarterly that mirrors the quarterly roundtable minutes. Rich did a presentation from the long-term planning committee of Rags at the annual dinner on Friday, where he had updated a couple of the signs that we had talked about, one being the Bailey Park sign that I'd emailed out earlier today and put on the table at the council table tonight. They also had like an updated version of the what could be on the north side of the filling station. And so obviously, if council approves this motion, administration will still work with Rags to kind of fine tune everything before any approvals are given. But it gives them direction on what council's looking for to come up with like a sign permit.
Thank you. Rich, would you like to expand on this at all?
I'm Rich Weinert. I live at 70007 Main Street. I'm on the board of the Historical Society, and we are presenting proposals for signs to help improve the identity of our historic village. And we appreciate the time we had with the workshop with the council, got some really good direction, and we'll continue to work with administration to refine the signs. Basically, adding the sign below the Bailey Park sign is a good way to get some visibility on Beebe Street, and I know we're still working on something on Main Street and Park that will develop as we go. The filling station signs are kind of a work in progress as well, but we wanted to simplify that, make it more of a mural about some automotive subject matter.
Very good. Council have any questions?
This, the new signage on the gas station, I definitely like what you guys have changed to.
No, good,
Yep,
thanks.
I think it looks good.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the Rags signage proposal for additional signs in Bailey Park and direct administration to work with Rags under the following conditions. Number 1, installation of a streetscape-style historic village sign at the corner of Stone and Park Street. Number 2, install a hanging historic village sign from the existing Bailey Park sign on Beebe Street. Number 3, add a pointer finger sign indicating the location of the parking area on the north side of Beebe Street. Number 4, approve the 16-foot vintage pole sign for the filling station and direct administration to take it to BZA for a variance. Number 5, council requested the filling station's murals be more in line with the historical nature of the gas station. And finally, number 6, council recommends that administration work with neighboring property owners and Rags for more suitable suggestions for the directional sign at the corner of Park and Main Streets.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Any discussion? As stated, there was a lot of discussion on this. We appreciate you coming up with all these graphics, too.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, kind of your background, isn't it? Yep. Did a nice job on this.
Great.
I too like that historic village sign under the Bailey Park existing sign. Anything else, council? Any comments from the audience? Back to the table. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass.
Thank you.
Good luck. The new amended agenda, number 5, previously number 12, consideration of special event request, Commercial House, Bibs and Brews. Mr. City Manager?
City Council is scheduled to consider approving a special event request from Commercial House for their 4th annual Bibs and Brews event. The owners of the Commercial House would like to utilize the city's portion of the municipal parking lot behind Commercial House next to Starcraft Brewery. This would be a one-day event set for March 14th from noon to 4 p.m. The parking lot request is from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. to allow for setup and takedown. Commercial House will be utilizing the social district for outside drinks, and they're also planning on serving pop and water outside as well. I believe they're working with the radio station Q Country 107 to possibly have a remote out there during the event. And I believe this year they're looking to try and have a heated tent. So they're working on that. And then, as they did last year, they're looking for some barricades to help with the shutdown of the parking lot, and 3 to 4 the burn barrels that we use for the tree lighting.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
You like to state your name, please, to the record?
Yes, my name is Tara LaDuke. Yeah, I'm just representing Commercial House this evening, and he kind of stated everything of what we're looking for. This is the 4th annual Bibs and Brews event. Kind of the same of what we've done the last 3 years. We are adding a heated tent. It's going to be a 30 by 40, and that would be powered by StarCraft as well.
Great, great. Any questions, council? Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve special event request from Commercial House for the Bibs and Brews event on Saturday, March 14th, 2026, from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. with vendors, chili cook-off, and outdoor music.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Any discussion on this item? No? Doesn't seem like 4 years already.
I know.
But we've had absolutely no concerns, no complaints
no
whatsoever.
issues in the
So
past, no.
it's another great event to be had out there. Any other discussion, council? Any public comments? Margot, you're the only one sitting out there. God, we've lost just about everybody. Back to the table. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Good luck.
Thank
Hope
you so
have
much.
good weather. Number 6, consideration adopting resolution 2026, border review, alternate dates. City Manager?
The City Council is scheduled to consider approving a resolution setting an alternate first meeting date for the 2026 March Border Review for taxpayer appeals. Past practice in the City of Richmond has been to schedule the first Border Review meeting where they actually hear taxpayer appeals on the first Tuesday of March. A review of kind of our resolutions that we have on file showed that we don't have a resolution authorizing this, and the state law does require it. So it's just kind of a housekeeping thing that we noticed that we hadn't been doing, even though we've been having that first board review meeting routinely on that second Tuesday, not the second Monday. So included in your packet is Resolution 2026-2, a resolution allowing that for the 2026 border review. We are also looking to see if other communities or if the state law allows us to just do a blanket resolution allowing that flexibility, but we haven't kind of got there yet when we noticed this last week.
Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to adopt Resolution 2026-2, a resolution setting an alternate first meeting date for 2026 Board of Review in appropriate ordinance number.
Support.
It's been made and supported. Any discussion on this item? Just housekeeping again. Any comments from the public? Really interesting subject here. Back to the table. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Let's see, this be item number 7, consideration of adopting roadway asset management plan. Mr. City Manager?
Council is scheduled to consider adopting the 2026 roadway asset management plan for all streets under the jurisdiction of the city. City Council has adopted previous versions of the plan in order to provide more flexibility in how we are able to spend road funding. One of the main benefits of having an MDOT-approved plan is the ability to transfer Act 51 funds between local and major streets as the city deems appropriate. This gives the city more local control on how we spend our road funding. Without an asset management plan, transfers to local streets are limited to 50% of Act 51 funds. And depending on the project we have going in any particular year, it's good to have the flexibility to do more than the 50% if we have a large local street project. Council adopted the original roadway asset management plan in 2017, and then we've adopted updates in 19 and 22. And so Jim Getzinger, the Public Service Director, is here to answer any technical questions you may have.
Thank you, John. Jim, anything to add?
Just to reiterate that communities our size are not currently required to have an asset management plan, but there is an obvious benefit as far as the transfer of funds. When it was initially adopted in 2017, we did utilize kind of a template or some guidance that the state had provided. They've since kind of updated that, so I imagine on the next time we bring this back, there'll be some formatting changes, a little more information that they would like to see in a plan. But this is very consistent with the previous iterations.
Very good. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to adopt the City of Richmond roadway asset management plan as presented and to authorize the plan to be submitted to MDOT for approval.
Support?
Motion been made and supported. Any discussion on this item? Any audience comments on this? I don't think so. Back to the table. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Item number 8 is consideration bid award, community center roof. Mr. City Manager?
Council is scheduled to consider approving the contract for replacement of the community center roof. Fiscal year 25-26 includes $35,000 for the project. The community center roof needs replacement. Patching has been necessary on multiple occasions due to leaks. The project was advertised in Minton and in the Macomb Daily. 20 bids were received. The scope of work includes removing existing shingles, installation of underlayment, new drip edge, ridge vent, and new architectural shingles. And both Margot and Jim are here to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you. Margot, would you like to add anything to that? You're not a roof expert tonight? Jim, was there anything you'd like to add to that?
Nothing, thank you.
Is there a motion before discussion?
I'll make a motion to authorize award of the community center roof replacement project to SAS Services in the amount of $15,225 with expenses charged to the appropriate line items in the Parks and Rec Fund.
Support.
It's been made and supported. Is there any discussion on this item?
I forgot to mention that although SAS has not worked for the city of Richmond, Jim did check their references, and they have worked for other municipalities.
Very good. Doesn't look like we have any local people that bid on this. We do.
There were a few that were somewhat close, but you're right. There's a lot from just, I guess, outside of the immediate area,
Yeah.
including SAS. They're I believe from Warren, I think.
How old is the building? I don't remember. Was that? 2004. Okay, so we're looking a little over 20 years. What's the?
It's a 30-year warranty
Is
shingle.
it 30?
Yeah.
And, you know, I see you also went for bids on a metal roof versus the shingle. Is the metal roof any longer of a expectancy?
Well, in my opinion, yeah. However, the prices didn't necessarily justify going that route because there's some architectural features to that building, just even the way the gable ends come down and then there's the dormers and stuff. I was told by contractors that it would be pretty pricey to do a metal roof, but we still wanted to give that opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, in comparison, it is pretty pricey
Yeah.
here. I just was wondering if it gives you twice as long. I've heard some metal roofs can last 50 years without any problem.
That is what they're warranted for typically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Any other discussion on this item? Margot, anything else on this? Okay. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. When are we seeing that roof done? Any timeline?
It'll be in the spring.
In spring? Okay, thank you. Item number 9 is consideration bid award 2026 aggregate supply. Mr. City Manager?
Council is scheduled to consider awarding the 2026 aggregate material contract. Project was advertised on BidNet and an advertisement placed in the Voice. The city received 5 bids. JDAG Trucking submitted the low bid for the contract. JDAG has never worked for the city before, but have expressed interest in bidding the supply contract in previous years. The DPW did speak with the owner, who understands the terms of the contract, and stated they were able to meet the needs of the contract. And Jim is here to answer any questions you have.
Thank you. How about a motion first? Council, for discussion?
I'll make a motion to award the 2026 aggregates material supply contract to JDAG Trucking at the unit prices of $18.45 per ton for 21 AA limestone and $8.90 per ton for MDOT Class 3 sand.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Any discussion on this item? So, you know, working for the road commission for a number of years, I never heard the name of this company before. What, have they serviced other municipalities?
Well, I know they work quite a bit for contractors. I was surprised to hear they run 30 to 40 trains a day, you know, as far as daily, and that they stage a few trucks right here actually at D&E Landscaping. I don't know if they rent their yard, but they do stage a few trucks there, because I did ask how responsive would you be. They assured me that it typically is next day that they'd get the material, which is well within our needs when we were, it's just a stockpile in the DPW yard.
Yep.
But I was not familiar with them until last year, the year before, when they had reached out and said, can you give us a heads up when this is coming out? We'd like to bid on it. But they do have a presence here in Richmond.
Yeah, very good, very good. Any other questions or comments, council? Anything from the audience? Back to the table. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Item number 10 is consideration bid award overband crack ceiling. Mr. City Manager?
Council is scheduled to consider awarding the 2026 overband crack filling contract. The project was advertised in Mitten and published in the Macomb Daily newspaper. The overband crack filling is part of the preventative maintenance plan we do on our streets. And the current budget includes $30,000 for the crack sealing project. We began doing regular crack sealing in 2026. Administration is recommending the project be awarded to the low bidder, Scadeller, who performed the 2016 contract with no issue.
Thank you, sir. Jim, anything to add to this?
Just that the intention is every 2 or 3 years that we crack seal the roads that are in a condition that's appropriate to do so. If they're too far deteriorated, there's no benefit. We feel that for this price, which amounts to $4,500 to $5,000 per mile of road dollars, that's a good return, even to get a couple extra years between, you know, reconstructions or mill and overlay type project.
Very good. Okay, you were happy with what they did back in 16?
Yeah, and they're a fairly large company. They do this work exclusively, so.
Very good. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to award the 2026 overband crack filling contract 2026-SR-3 in the amount of $30,000 to Scodler Construction with the expenses charged to the appropriate line item in major street and local street funds.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Any discussion on this item? Low bidder? Anything from the comments? Back to the table. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Item number 11, consideration of introduction and first reading ordinance 75-3, animals. Mr. City Manager.
Council is scheduled to give introduction and first reading of ordinance 75-3, an ordinance to amend Article 3 of the livestock article of Chapter 14 of the annual ordinance. Over the years, the city council has seen an increase in the number of requests to keep livestock in the city of Richmond. A recent request caused the council administration to do a review of our requests along with a review of our neighboring communities' livestock ordinances. That review did show that many neighboring communities either don't allow livestock or set minimum acreage. Also, our review looked at kind of the order of our ordinance, and so after that review, the attached ordinance requires a 2-acre minimum to keep livestock. It also does a reordering of the sections in order to more prominently feature the requirement of a permit and removing the requirement that administration provides a recommendation to council.
Thank you, sir. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to give introduction and first reading of ordinance 75-3, an ordinance to amend Article 3 livestock section of Chapter 14 of the animal ordinance.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Any discussion on this item? There's been a lot of discussion at various workshops over the years on this item, especially in the last year. We've really had to look at this. What we found out was once we compared to what other communities have been doing for a number of years, we found out that ours was too lax. And we determined that that wasn't what we want to see in our community. And it creates some problems. It also pits neighbors against neighbors on occasion. And we didn't think that was fair. So we are rewriting the ordinance. And this is the first reading. If somebody has concerns, please contact any one of us, but contact the city manager to get a full explanation of where this is going after a second reading. It would become the ordinance in the city of Richmond. Anything else anybody like to add to this? Any comments? Back to the table. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Next is consideration of board appointment to the BZA. Mr. City Manager?
There is currently one vacancy on the Board of Zoning Appeals. On Tuesday, January 13th, the clerk received an application from Drew Reindell, and we sent that out to council, and it's on your agenda tonight.
Thank you, sir. I had asked Drew if he would be interested in this. He is quite involved in the community, a young man. Has done a very good job on the fire department, and I thought maybe he'd follow in his father's footsteps and get involved a little bit more in the city for our future discussions. So I was glad to see that Drew did put this in, and I would, ask that we support Drew on this item. Would there be a motion?
I'll make a motion to appoint Drew Reindell to the Board of Zoning Appeals for a 3-year term with an expiration date of December 31st, 2026.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Any discussion on this?
No, I agree that I think Drew will do a great job and put his all into it. And I think for our future leaders, I think he could make a great councilman someday.
He might be one of our youngest yet in a lot of years. I think at one point, we may have had a 18 or 19-year-old that served on something many years ago, right out of the high school. But otherwise, I think he's going to be one of our youngest people, which is great to see that happen here. You had something, John?
Just as council may have noticed, although it's BZA terms are a 3-year term, this is filling a vacancy. That's why the term actually ends later this year, or in December this year.
Yeah. Yep. Anything else, council?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I just look forward to having Drew join us on the BZA.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything, any comments? Back to the table? All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Miscellaneous matters from the city manager, sir.
Just that, looking forward to the chili cook-off this weekend, which will be at the Odd, run by our rec department. The event is from 11 to 1:30. I believe we have 12 or... 17 chilies at the chili cook-off. We also will have, through the TIFA funding, have the ice carving going on. They'll bring out some pre-carved carvings to the front of the Odd, but then also be doing a live demonstration from 11 to 1:30. So looking forward to that. Just wanted to thank the council for allowing me to go to the city manager conference, or the Michigan Municipal Executive Conference this last week. Very good conference, well attended, a couple very interesting sessions, one on AI and how you can utilize that, and doing a little research, as well as the cost of fire apparatus. You know, I know even though we've recently kind of done a lot of replacement, it's, you know, just something that's always going to be out there. So there was discussion on that, as well as some different things for kind of professional development for city managers. So I just wanted to thank the council for letting me go to that, and looking forward to actually, I did register for the Capitol Conference that council had asked me to attend on your behalf.
Very good. Thank you, John. Moving on to council comments. Michael?
Nothing today, thank you.
Nothing.
All set.
John?
All set?
Yeah?
Nothing, thank you.
Jimmy?
Oh, yeah.
What do you got, Jimmy?
Well, got to give hats off to the DPW employees for having to be out in this extremely cold weather, fixing water leaks, and the snow has been relentless for us this year. And also, I got a little bit bitter at looking at Facebook about our trash pickup. It was below zero, extremely cold, and they finally got it all done, but the equipment failed, and they're out there in extremely bad weather to do that, and I give them a lot of credit for even picking it up. I know I don't like to be out there. And then then when we got the fire department and the EMS and the police department and all that, weather doesn't bother them. They have to go. So hats off to these people.
Absolutely. Given that, in the weather that we've had, we certainly have had a lot of snow all at the last few weeks here. I was shocked at the lack of sidewalk cleaning by our residents. I don't think I've ever seen it so bad. And yes, we had a lot of snow, but it's still, it's their responsibility to keep those sidewalks clear for a lot of different reasons. And mostly safety reasons, whether somebody slips and falls or people walking to businesses, to school, to whatever it may be. We had some businesses that have never been a problem in the past that I can recall, and this year we had a number of them. I was glad to see that the administration sent out 24, I believe, get your sidewalks clean, please. I don't know that I would give them so much leniency, because some of those sidewalks hadn't been touched in 2 weeks, because those businesses are seasonable, closed, whatever. Doesn't keep you from having or the responsibility to keep it open for the rest of the people that are still here, and it doesn't speak well for our community. So I was very happy that the administration did send those out, and I'm looking forward to, many of them have already been cleaned. And if they have a problem, I'm sure they can contact the city. The city could put them on to people that will get out there and clean their sidewalks for them. We have businesses in town that remove snow, and they could give them a list of those businesses if necessary, if that's the problem. But we need to keep the streets clear. We need the sidewalks clear, and we just can't let this go by anymore. And again, hats off to the administration, and hopefully we can stay on that to make sure that the rest of this winter they keep those sidewalks clear for the people in our town. Let alone those areas, which is the majority of our town, where you're making the mail people are going door to door. That's the vast majority of our town, and they have to walk through that, and they have to trench through that, and with all the snow that we've had, it's really been hard. I've noticed that the person that comes to our house is quite often after those snow doors, it's an hour later before they even get to our house, and it's because they haven't removed people haven't removed the snow. In some cases, for many days. So again, I hope the message is clear to those people that haven't been following by the administration sending out those notices. We just want you to comply. We don't want to charge you. We don't want to chastise you. We just want you to comply and keep up our community. It's a walkable community. We take great pride in that. Please keep your sidewalks clear. And for people who shoot the snow back out into the street, that's illegal. You can't do that. That's a state law. And we don't appreciate you shooting that stuff back out. Maybe some people don't realize that. But hopefully the word is out that you can't be pushing that stuff out in the middle of the street or blowing it out in the middle of the street, especially after Jimmy's trucks have gone by and cleaned it all, salted it, and bam, I see people blowing it back out into the street again. It doesn't make any sense. You're paying for these people through your taxes or your rent or whatever it may be to clean our streets, and yet you're shooting it right back out there. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And it is illegal, and hopefully we don't see that anymore. Maybe the word can get out somehow.
Mr. Mayor, if I
Yes.
can just add to that too, fewer letters went out the first week, and then last week, as you mentioned, I think 24 went out. The first week, those that didn't comply, we did follow up with a police officer taking the red tag door hanger to the door, and we'll continue that practice
Good,
as we
great.
talked about with the Code Enforcement Committee and Council last
Yep.
year. So we're trying to be doing more of that follow-up too.
Great, very good. I appreciate that, and I'm sure the council appreciates that. Okay, we go to the calendar. We still are running the Seniors Let's Talk Coffee and Conversation at the Odd. That is every first and third Wednesday of each month from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. More information, 586-430-4950. That'll get you right into the auditorium on Main Street. Hall walking is still going on. That is every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 6 to 8. There is a $1 drop-in fee, and that is being held at the Will L. Lee, I believe. Am I right? Is that the Will L. Lee?
Yes.
Yeah, at the Will L. Lee Elementary School. That's every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 6 to 8. Put on by the Parks and Rec. Again, any questions on that, 727-3064. And as the city manager mentioned, this weekend is the Recreation Department's chili cook-off. That is Saturday, February 7th. It's from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Our director says we have 17 chilies. Very good. And also Tifa is financing the ice carvings that will be out in front of the Odd. So again, please come out, see that. John, is there any carving on Friday night? Do you know?
I'm still working out the details.
Okay.
I specifically requested that during the chili cook-off hours that there's carving then.
Okay.
They may be bringing some out and getting things ready. I think last year they brought it out and just got the block set up so that then they could come back and didn't have to do that on Saturday, and they could just start carving on Saturday. So I would say more, if you're interested in looking at the carving, come out during the time of the chili cook-off.
On Saturday?
Yep.
Okay, very good. Are we all done taking entries then? Are we full up, or is it still?
I would still take a couple more.
Okay, so the recreation director says that we could still take a couple of more. It's a $10 entry fee. Again, 727-3064. That's going to be held in the auditorium on Main Street, and all parking is in the rear. I believe we have a Planning Commission meeting on the 12th at 7 o'clock right here at City Hall. 2 weeks from tonight will be the next regular City Council meeting. Don't forget Valentine's Day on the 14th. And I believe that's it for our calendar. Is there anything else that we need to add to the calendar? Being not, we have no closed session this evening. Is there any other business of the City Council this evening? If not,
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
motion been made. There is no discussion according to our rules. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Thanks for being with us tonight.